One of the most commonly asked questions, or one of the biggest challenges folks have that call me, is that it just seems like the day doesn't go by, somebody doesn't call me and say, my horse has got too much energy, my horse is spooking, or my horse is too much for me. And my response to that always is, ma'am, it's not that you have too much horse, it's that you don't have enough human. And they get real quiet when I say that, and it's the truth. That what you have to do is you have to prepare your horse's mind to be trusting and to learn. And you just can't go out there and force him to do things and force him to like you or force him to not be afraid. So you got to take that all in little steps, just little steps. So you have to build his courage a little at a time. For example, I had a horse here a while back that I had a piece of black pipe about that big around, 12 to 15 inches. Well, I could tell immediately that that horse had been allowed to refuse somewhere else and wouldn't cross that pipe. So I stepped back and I literally laid out a lariat rope on the ground, and that horse wouldn't step over a lariat rope, let alone that piece of pipe. So I started out with a piece of rope no bigger than my pinky finger for that horse to step over. Then I went to a piece of 2-inch pipe, then 4-inch pipe, then 6-inch pipe. Next thing you know, by the end of the day, that horse is jumping across a pipe 24 inches, gladly. But I handled that in a way where I didn't force her and I didn't get her afraid, okay? I allowed her to build her courage and confidence. So, I tell that story just to tell everybody that you have to prepare that horse's mind and create an environment to learn. But until that horse is relaxed and trusting and supple and willing to give you that trust, well, you're not getting anywhere. You're not getting anything done. That horse has to surrender itself to you as its caretaker, as its guardian. So you have to accomplish that before you really start doing anything else. And that's all done in hand. That's all done in companionship and through time and patience. And if you don't have the time or the patience to do that, I suggest you find something else to do, because you have to get that horse to where he gives you the trust. You don't take it, he gives it. And his energy, his power, he has to give you that. He has to surrender control of that. When he's out in the field and he wants to run as fast as he can, he holds the throttle. He can do that. He has the choice to either run or to stay. Well, when you've got the reins in your hands, he has to surrender that to you. He no longer has control of that. Well, that's where everybody's in trouble, that they're on his back, but he still maintains control of the power, of the strength. He's got to give that up. And how he gives that up is you have to prove to him that you're worthy enough and responsible enough to handle that, and he's got to succumb to your authority as a leader in a way where you're not forcible about it, but he understands that when you're on his back, you're in charge. So that's my recommendation to people is, you know what, you don't have too much horse, you just don't have enough human.